Hello, all of you beautiful beings out there, and welcome back to the stream. I am Razim, currently as Necesse, King of Conquerors. And this is Necesse, where, we're redesigning our base. Our settlement, has kind of, I've realized some flaws with my settlement. So I am hoping that I can set it so we have one entrance, and that is where raiders will come in, and they'll have to go past the rooms where all of my guards are sleeping and such. Because guards are useful. What's up?
So, would you say you're rebuilding your base out of necessity?
Absolutely.
I feel after all you've put us through, I earned that one.
However, not really rebuilding it out of necessity. You see, it's really a rather inefficient material for defense. Rather, I'm using stone. Something wrong?
No, not at all.
Oh, good. I'm just really hoping that the raiders cannot break through walls. Because that will make things very difficult on me if they can. But I got tired of my guards just staying in their rooms and not actually coming to help, so now the guards will be right there on the front lines. If they decide to stay in their room, well, guess what? The raiders are gonna go for them first.
I mean, that's one way to ensure they fight.
Exactly. You either fight or you immediately unalive.
We're gonna make Wesley die. I like Wesley. Leave my wolfman alone.
What are you playing?
Mind over magic.
Ah. You have a wolfman, huh?
Yeah, he's a fire wizard.
Well, I mean, that's all well and good, but how hunky is he?
I mean...
Understood, not very much.
Well, I don't know. He's got a kind of, wise old wolfman charm about him with a hint of artificer. I don't know. What do you people think? What do you think of Wesley? Oh, he's cooking right now. He's got a monocle and everything.
Smooch the sweet beans.
He has very long claws. I know. I think he's cute. Shattered perform worse in combat. Well, it's a good thing that the only Shattered is my headmaster, and he can't perform combat. Because the headmaster is a ghost. It's funny how the headmaster's like the only teacher in this game that you can't replace, but they're also like at first you're like, oh, they're the greatest because they can kind of do everything. But then as you start to progress, you're like, oh, they're literally the janitor. It's like they can do everything, but really badly. The whole notion is just supposed to be is if everything else fails, then they have enough skills to at least help you rebuild from scratch.
I've got a farmer that wants to join my settlement, but I don't really want them. I've got enough. Hello there, Duwong. Hey. Hey, Duwong. Hey. Why should you never throw Grandpa's false teeth at a vehicle? You might dent your car!
You deserve that.
Too late. Ha 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 ha! Ow.
I am trying desperately to get my ritual room set up so I can hire a lightning teacher.
Yeah,
Does
I
lightning
definitely think I'm
teacher
gonna need to... I definitely think I'll want to pick up that game.
The one I'm playing?
Yeah.
Are you looking at it, are you?
It was
just
when
hear
you
you
were
talking
playing it
about it.
last time.
Oh. I like it.
Alright, just Ken and Harrison left. I think I'm going to put them...
Can
on
I
either side over
put...
here.
Can I put bookshelves in ritual rooms? Yes, I can. How much luxury do bookshelves provide? They only provide 2. 2, 4. I know incenses are more for medical rooms. I will just make sure that that won't cause a problem. No medical beds. But it doesn't say I'm not allowed to have incense burners. Speaking of which, what do I need to turn my room into a nurse's office? Must be skewed. Oh no, hospitals are going to be horrible!
Why?
So, in this game, when you want to make a room, so I'm playing on skewed mode, which is like a different. When you build things, rooms have requirements for them to be classed as those rooms. In this version, hospitals have to have a skewed roof, which means one side of the roof must be at least 3 blocks taller than the other. It must be grounded, so it has to be on the floor level. Or be underground. It must contain 5 medical beds, 4 incense burners, 2 Tinker's shelves, 2 medical cards, and must have at least one of 3 or more large windows or 1 huge window. That's the minimum requirement for it to be classed as a hospital ward. So basically I have to build it as a separate building.
Fair enough.
Wait, does skewed... Skewed rooms do not require a roof. Split level floors on top or bottom will also work. Okay. Oh, by the way, when I read those requirements, that's not like it has to only contain those items. It's just it must contain at least those items. There's also a list of things that rooms can't contain, but usually there's a lot of you can decorate to your heart's content. There's just, you can't have loud machineries in your wizard study, for example.
Fair enough.
I'm back.
And you want your bedrooms to be nice and quiet and stuff.
Yeah, that makes sense. Hey, Ren.
Yes,
Welcome back,
master.
man.
Thank you.
How do you make holy water? You
How?
boil the hell out of it.
Ah!
I've actually heard that one. Wait, how is this an assembly hall already? How does it have such a high luxury score? Oh, it's size.
Ow! Why? What'd I do?
You hurt me. You hurt me. That's why.
How?
By saying those puns.
Are you saying he's not very punny? See, you can't do it to me.
Hey, Lightpaw. Lightpaw. Why are Christmas trees bad at knitting? They always drop their needles.
Croy, you make such adorable noises.
Lies.
Am I lying, master?
Absolutely not.
I have a raven cultist, and all I can think is, oof, mummy. They're basically plague doctor wizards.
Hey, Mattio. Mattio. Okay, fine. Ren!
Yes, master.
You're a good boy.
What?
And what do you do to have a space party?
What?
You plan it.
You bring my level down just enough to kill me. Why?
I command pure chaos! Kinda.
Jimmond_ has turned Zim into a Wigglytuff. They can only talk like that Pokemon for 2 minutes.
Thank you, Gimmond_.
I command pure chaos! Kinda.
Zim has turned everyone into a Pokemon. They can only talk like that Pokemon for 2 minutes.
Well, since you all can understand me again, what did the grape say when it got stepped on? Nothing. Just a little wine.
Ah!
Wait, who turned us into Pokemon?
Master did.
Cheating. That is 100% cheating.
Joke.
It's a holiday.
Alright, I'll say that.
I'm
next.
going to graduate Edward because he is about to have a mental breakdown, and you know what? The best way for me to deal with that is to just sacrifice him to the Eldritch Gods.
So, when they graduate, they get sacrificed to the Eldritch Gods?
Well, I
Also
mean, if
Wigglytuff.
you want, you can. If you want, you can glance and you can have a look and see what it looks like, and you see why I. Oh, never mind. He's going on a rampage. He can't get graduated. He's become the Eldritch God.
Why didn't the lifeguard save the hippie? He was too far out, man. Also, I love how the chat just, rolls with it and everybody is just doing the, I should add a card that is just turns all of chat into a Pokemon.
Not a bad
I think
idea.
I think I found a way to defuse the dad jokes.
Oh, what's that?
You'll see.
Oh?
All the beds are broken. Edward, you're gonna make me waste valuable resources on saving you after you turned into a fire beast. You could have just left. I could have sent you home, or wherever it is they go when I put them in the ritual circle and then they vanish into the ether. I mean, he kind of does look a bit like an Incineroar. No valid medical bed found. Oh, the medical bed is broken. No! Edward's gonna die! I might be able to save him, but I think this is it for poor Edward. You will be remembered as the guy who came to school and broke everything.
So, Master, Mario,
Yes.
Yes.
are we doing Tip Top tomorrow or back to Wednesday?
It was never Wednesday.
So it's gonna be tomorrow then.
Yeah, I confirm it was never Wednesday.
Okay.
The plan, if Mario is able to, would be not tomorrow, but next Monday.
Okay. Okay. Just want to make sure that's clear because, like, are we doing it tomorrow? Or
But again, Mario, it is a-okay to not be up for it.
So
And I go in.
I know time-wise I can commit to that. I just
Your
I
mental
know I
state,
have
though.
a habit. I know I have a habit of canceling my own streams on Mondays because I'm not feeling up to them. So I don't want to say I'll be there for that and then most of the time not be up to it, you know?
Yep, I understand that.
Like I want to
And
be
they're
dependable.
gone.
And I feel like on a Monday I probably won't be.
There are no more children in my school. Isn't it wonderful?
Is that the only day that works for you, Sam?
Unfortunately. I can... I can do Tuesdays. I just typically try... I prefer to keep them open because TF Talkies and TF Tuesday and such. But they are technically on the table. I think that the some of the chat has been stuck as Pokemon. Oops. I blame Ren.
Instead of accidentally turning them into the Pokemon, you accidentally casted the dreaded 13th. But the Pokemon edition?
And sure, blame me. Just blame me. Of course, of course.
It's okay.
Sorry, go ahead.
I know how to get back at Ren on this. Ren,
Yes, master.
what did the mother broom say to the baby broom?
What?
Time to go
Oh,
to
no.
sleep.
Why?
So I really want a vivified dark wizard. So it's technically you can get all the wizards and all the elements, but every wizard kind of has their pros and cons, whether it be how they react around the world or how they react in combat. So I tend to find different wizards tend to work best as different races, but technically any wizard can be any race, and it doesn't really, like, you can do it, but yeah. Okay, it's a wolfkin. I'm not a huge fan of wolfkins as dark races. Wolfkins as dark mages.
Why?
Wolfkin are incredibly fast, but they have low health pools. Dark mages cast their spells from their health.
Ah, that actually does make sense.
Wolves are quite fast, medium strength, but very low health. Then you have things like, for example, the Raven cultists. They're incredibly strong in combat. They have average health, but they have the tendency to have psychotic breaks. So I tend to like them as my fire mages, because, you know, I feel that kind of suits the fire mage. I tend to like my wolves as my wind and nature mages.
That makes sense.
Though they can work quite well as a fire mage too. Get in nice and early and burn things up before they get a turn. Also, wolves like to eat rats. And chickens. Raw.
Hey, Maddie.
Hey.
Pat pat.
I think for the pets.
So the other day I was attacked by a bunch of circus clowns in a parking lot. I won though, because I went right for the juggler.
Well,
I mean, you could have also
You're-
just locked the car door. Then they're all stuck.
back up. Hold the line. This
Ah, wonderful.
Fresh
23 viewers.
Hey, Seda! How was your stream? Welcome in. Would you like a regular shout out or a random clip from your channel brought up? And welcome in, everybody. I am Razim. We do all sorts of things here. Right now, we're doing some Necesse. We also do a huge variety of different games, though. Recently, it's been Minecraft, as well as we just did some Rift Breaker together. Then there is our artists. We've got artists that join us throughout the week, doing art live here on stream. And we also have a lot of tabletop campaigns, Pathfinder, multiple Pokemon games, couple of Digimon ones, and of course there's the Star Wars Day one and the Digimon ones. And let's take a look at this clip. Thanks for sharing your community with me, though, Seda. I really appreciate it. And everybody, make sure you go follow Seda. And for those already here,
I'm still not happy with like the amount of buildings still standing. I crave violence. No. I crave violence and destruction.
Seda and his city skylines.
That's my home. With the tornado behind him.
So, since, you brought in that City Skylines clip, I would like to give a shout out to Sidewalks for keeping me off the streets.
Wow! That got cool! Groaning!
I have a breaking point, Zim.
Hey, Seda. What did why did the computer go to the doctor? Because he had a virus.
Yeah, Zim knows just how to counter my plan to defuse.
I don't even know what your plan is.
I mean, you're right. You haven't got to see it yet because you've countered it every time.
Okay.
So
there we go. My roving cultist is having a psychotic break.
So, for those just joining us, because it is Father's Day, I've been torturing the chat with dad jokes.
And the voice chat.
Oh, that answers your question too, Axel. By the way, Axel, how many ears does Captain Kirk have? 3. The left ear, the right ear, and the final front ear. I don't know about that, Seda. I seem to be doing just fine.
Zim, they say patience is a virtue, and you are stepping on my virtue.
How much virtue do you have left?
He's getting cannoned.
Sweetheart. 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 Sweetheart.
Why did you play a second clip, Geemit? But I love how that was the clip. That clip feels so fitting for this.
Crap, I missed it. What was the clip?
Just Seda going sweetheart over and over. Hey, Orca. Orca, you out there still? Orca. Did you hear about the famous pickle? He's a really big deal.
God! Frickin' God!
My head.
My mind!
I hit my head too hard on that one. Zim has no remorse.
Not at all.
Ooh, yay, I can now make decorate torches that aren't hanging organs from the sides of the walls.
Yay!
Which means that they're no longer ugly. They're now made with phoenix kiss flowers.
Yay?
They're pretty flowers that glow in their fire element. So this whole thing is basically like when you start off, you're basically teaching people how to use magic in like a stone prison, and then you slowly have to evolve it into like this really aristocratic, like university, like Katie University school that's, you know, very opulent and garish. That has its own pet creatures and magical beasts, and yeah.
Hey, Matteo.
Go on.
I love you. You're my good boy.
I love you too.
Hey, Ran.
Love you too.
Yes, master?
Pet pet. Hey, Octo. Good to see you, Octo. Hey, Octo. Guess. I got a thing for you, Octo. Hey, Octo. Octo. What has 4 wheels and flies? A garbage truck!
I mean, an airplane technically has 4 wings and flies too.
No, 4 wheels.
Yes. How many wheels are there in a landing gear? Well, actually, no, usually that's 6, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's still the requisite 4 wheels. It just has 2 more.
That is true.
Okay, that one's a dark one. I don't know if I should go with that one.
A dark dad joke?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean these aren't your own?
Oh, of course not. I have no sense for this kind of stuff. There was one original one I came up with, though.
I remember my first original joke. What do you get when you walk into a Pizza Hut? A pile of crust. Because it's a hut made of pizza. I was 5.
Hey, ducks. 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 Why do only some couples go to the gym? Because some relationships don't work out.
I mean, I was gonna say something about gym being something very fun, but not everyone likes to be tantric.
You okay there, Ren?
I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine.
Okay, Genevieve, let's see how you do in battle, shall we? She has a defensive duelist. Defeat an enemy party with the recommended mage level of 4 or higher without any allies going unconscious. This could be a toughie. Oh, a gremlin has appeared. Go kill the gremlin, please.
Hey,
It's
Ren.
always good to have more carcasses.
Yes, master.
How much does a chimney cost?
How much?
Nothing. It's on the house.
I'm dying. I'm dying here.
Are you, though? You seem to be fine.
Internally, I'm dying.
I do not like these spiders.
Then destroy them.
I shall. Oof, that tentacle does a lot of damage.
Nice, Octo. Nice. Hey, Mario.
Hey.
How do you make 7 even?
How
Take
do you
away
make
the
7?
S.
So this is why I can't defuse these. I'm getting no time to speak.
Ah, so that was your plan.
You tried, Mario. You tried.
Now I have to get the cursed child. They are a wolfkin. They are a water wizard.
Why was
Rescue.
Cinderella so bad at soccer?
Why?
Oh, she kept running away from the ball. Nice, Octo.
Help!
Something have
Help.
glass slippers.
Help! Help!
Ren, there is no helping you. This is just life now. This is forever.
Help! Can I get a drink, Master?
You know what? No.
No!
You can drink what ninjas drink.
Which is what?
What?
I should have seen that one coming. I really should have.
Hey, Ren.
Yes, Master.
You see what Octo posted?
Yes.
Well, read it out for me.
What do you call a wall-bound horse? Stable.
Pat the Maddie.
No.
What are you up to over there?
Oh, getting murdered by Godskin nobles. What you doing?
Ah, just playing some Necesse, working on rearranging inventory a bit, and torturing a Breezel.
I breathe right
that's a good
now.
one,
I read him
Candy.
on.
Why
Good
do
point.
sharks only swim in salt water? Because
What?
pepper water makes them sneeze.
That's the first one tonight I haven't heard.
That's the best part about them, though, is that you've already heard all of them. Usually.
What makes that the best part?
Because you still groan.
I've grown because I've heard them so many times.
But they still have an effect.
Wait, are you telling me we're not supposed to relish in the suffering of others?
We can relish in Ren's suffering.
I thought Schadenfreude was the goal.
What do you call a broken clock?
What?
A broken clock.
A waste of time.
Okay, that was not good. That one was not good.
Why did Billy throw the clock out of the window?
Why?
Because he wanted to see time fly.
God!
Well, my plan there was to, you know, soften him up with a not good one. And then I was going to hit him with one to make it even worse, but well done.
I made double team now! Help!
I mean, is that not how you like it?
Yeah, pretty sure that's exactly what you enjoy.
That's not what I meant! Yes, demons! Make master ascend! Make master ascend!
Ascend to new heights of punny.
Hey, now that I'm back, I got a new one for you, Ren.
No!
Why did the teddy bear turn down a slice of cake? He was stuffed.
See the awful thing is, I haven't heard most of these puns at all.
Glorious. Then the punnage will continue.
No! What have I done to deserve this?
It's like an hour after that card was played, and they're still doing the Pokemon thing.
I do wonder what would happen if a person, like, tried to get inside a Pokeball.
To become a Pokemon. That's
Well,
my
isn't it like
headcanon.
a canon lore thing that Pokemon, when they are in severe danger, they don't actually die or faint, they just shrink down to microscopic size themselves? Isn't that like a thing?
I have not heard of that one.
Oh.
Yes. In the Pokemon universe, it is established that Pokemon naturally have the ability to shrink them down into a smaller size. This ability was not something a result of Pokemon technology, but rather an inherent characteristics. Pokeball technology simply takes advantage of this fact and forces that change upon the Pokemon. Boom!
Huh.
Damn.
Ah, that makes me happy. I was right.
Wild that the person who owns me at any time could put me into a state of cardiac arrest, and it's just... I don't know if nobody has a problem with it.
What?
I can put you in a state of cardiac arrest?
You know, I think I've outgrown this discussion somewhat.
I'm confused.
I'm confused too.
You were just saying how Pokemon... Fucking hell.
Shrink
Sorry.
themselves down?
Yes. And when do they do that?
Oh, right, I get it.
Yeah. I guess it's closer to a state of shock in this case, but...
Mario, keep talking. Keep talking. Matt hasn't done a pun yet. Keep talking.
Well, now that you've drawn attention to it, I don't want to.
No!
You brought this on yourself, friend.
Hey, Ren.
Yes, Master?
What's an astronaut's favorite board game?
What is it?
Monopoly.
That was so bad!
That's the point.
Hmm.
How did a squirrel get into that room? Well, thank you, Hunter.
It's just been conditioned at this point.
Yes. Yes, he has.
Like I said, how?
There, Ren. It's only for the rest of the day.
Oh, would you look at the time?
Yeah, look at the time, Master. I gotta go to bed.
No.
Master, I gotta go to bed.
No.
Master, I have to go to
Oh,
bed for work.
would
Hey,
a
hey.
pillow help?
Hey, Ren. Hey, Ren.
Yes.
What did the drummer call his 2 daughters?
What?
And a 1 and a 2.
God
I thought that one was great.
It was. Peta, 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 peta.
Bork. Bork.
Oh no. My tablet's not even plugged in. Why is it crashing?
What's happening?
Hello? I think I'm about to crash.
What do you mean? Why?
I have this weird thing where my tablet just even though my tablet software is unplugged, the tablet software just decides that it wants to start trying to find my tablet. And if it's plugged in, it happens more frequently, but it basically just keeps giving me all these errors about how my tablet is not responding, and then it like locks up my computer and I have to restart it.
Oh.
But it's just started, so I'm going to see if I can find it and kill it before it overwhelms my computer.
Rex!
Cream taco incoming.
Ooh.
Okay, BRB.
You can't escape this.
Well, I will be right back.
Oh no. Please don't crash. Please don't crash. Save game just in case.
So, Ren? Oh, wait, Ren's AFK. I don't want to go to work tomorrow.
Oh.
Or ever again, for that matter. I do be kind of lazy.
What's up?
I said I don't want to go to work tomorrow, or ever again, for that matter. I do be kind of lazy.
Oh no. It's getting worse.
I have been brought food. What did the lettuce say to the celery? Quit stalking me!
The errors are getting more determined. I think I might have to stop stream after this fight.
No!
I'm sorry.
We'll miss you.
Well, if I can work out how to kill this thing before it kills my computer, it'll be fine.
Well, you tried.
I'm back.
Hey, Ren.
Where did Kuro go?
His computer's having issues.
Ah.
How bad were the fish's grades?
How bad?
They were below sea level.
Can I go to bed?
Oh my god, you're right, Dulong. I forgot. Hi, Beck. I'm Zim.
I ain't go to bed, Master.
Why?
Please.
Welcome back, Gib Gab. Chat, should I let Ren go to bed? Well, it looks like we've got a tie there. Well, a tie and a char.
I beg. I beg. I beg.
Then let me hear it.
Please, Master. Please let me go to bed. Please.
What's in it for me?
That I won't fail at work tomorrow.
That you won't what?
Fail at work tomorrow.
Oh. But are you really tired enough for that?
Yes.
Why?
Because I'm actually feeling tired right now.
But why?
Because snuggling the king body pillow is a lot of work.
Oh. Well, fair enough. I guess on that note, yeah, you can go sleep. If that is what you're doing, anyways. Is that what you're up to?
Yeah, he wants to go snuggle that pillow. That's what it is. He's doing it right now based on the noises.
Yeah, yeah. But the question is, which side is he looking at? The side with King or the side with himself?
Great question.
Oh my.
I see, Ren, I see.
Rank up. Hold the line. This hamlet shall not fall.
I'm just gonna go to bed.
Without permission?
I fucking give me permission! Might I go to bed, Master?
I still want to know which side of the pillow you're snuggling with.
Do I have to answer this?
Do you think we should make him answer, Maddie?
Sure. Why not?
Well, then there's your answer. What was that? Did you just call your storyteller a traitor? Actually, you're here in a call with both of your storytellers right now.
It's the king side! The king side, okay?
Oh, I knew it.
I'm gonna melt.
Later, cutie.
Good night, Queen. Sleep well. Enjoy your king.
But, Queen, could you show me how to use the toothbrush again?
Ren? Ren, I got one more thing. Ren, are you still listening? Oh, great. What is Santa's favorite state to visit? Idaho, ho, ho.
Damn. That one got me a little bit.
And that got us a new password.
No.
Who dare?
Oh, welcome back.
Everything died.
I could tell.
Hugs.
I really need to find out what causes that.
You're too cute. That's it.
I know it's the Huon Art tablet software, but I don't know why, and I don't know how to stop it.
Hey, Gib Gab. Come join voice.
But I don't think I'm gonna start my stream back up again.
Fair enough.
Not for
Sad,
today,
but
because all I would have. Oh, sorry.
I just said sad, but understood.
Yeah. It's because I'd literally just be going through the effort of starting it up to tell everyone that I'm probably done streaming for the night. So I was just like, yeah, everyone who was watching there is watching here, so yeah. Yes, I can check my stream summary, can't I? Wait, will that have actually stopped my stream with OBS crashing? Or...
Yes.
Generally, yeah.
Yeah, what's up? I'm ready, can I say?
Hey, Gib Gab.
Hi.
Hey, Gib Gab.
Mostly just wanted you to hang out.
Oh, perfect. Would you like to hear about the monetary and fiscal policy that must be used when facing a recession with high unemployment, historic low consumption and investment, low inflation rate compared to the historic average?
Sure.
Oh,
Also,
so like today.
Have
Today's
you
news.
have you seen those traffic circles or driven around them?
What traffic circles?
You know, the ones you drive around in a circle. They are rather pointless, though.
I don't get it. Can you explain the joke, please?
Traffic cones.
I'm afraid I don't understand that. I need you to elaborate in excruciating detail on that joke.
Well done, Gib Gab. Well done.
What?
You have managed to defuse me. Something that nobody else here has been able to do.
I thought we were talking.
Well,
we were playing Keep
you
Talking
gave-
about episodes.
You gave him time to speak.
Hey.
I think it's more that Gib Gab just talks really fast.
I mean, if we're talking about if we're talking traffic jokes, before we get too far, you should put a stop to them.
So where? I'm sorry.
Because I got a whole lot of, is your refrigerator running? Maybe better go catch it. Like that. That's why I couldn't defuse it.
Silly.
Don't make me
So
feel
wait,
bad about shit.
viewer rewards?
Nakashell's gonna get beat up. I'm joking.
I mean, I wasn't aware he wasn't going to get beat up. At some time, probably in the very near future. Oh, so that's what happens with the spoiled food. Okay. I wasn't certain if it would actually give a spoiled food thing.
Later, Lightball.
See you later, Lightpaw.
Ooh, I am very close to affiliate.
What are you missing?
I need to stream one more day, and I need to have an average of 4 viewers on my next stream, and I hit affiliate.
Nice.
Oh, and I need 2 more followers. Very close.
Why are you so fucking cute?
Who?
Everyone. All of you.
Well,
Mm.
you see, because my mother was a little Swedish, and my dad was a tiny little bunny.
Wait, what?
Why am I so cute? Because my mother was a little Swedish. Dad was a tiny little bunny.
I'm afraid I'm not getting that one.
Sweet-ish.
Oh. And yes, everybody, go follow Kuroy. Kuroy, send a message in the chat, please.
Okay.
So, what were you up to over there, Gib Gab?
I'm writing an essay on monetary and fiscal policy, specifically expansionary one. I'm just writing the paragraph on fiscal policy. If you want the short explanation, basically, when you're in a recession, we can do two things effectively, which is make there be more money in the economy, or supplant the lacking investment in the economy. Or basically in Econ 101, what happens is there's usually different kinds of recessions. They affect things differently. The two main tools to try to derive economic growth, or real GDP, or however you want to like specify whatever metric you want to use, is aggregate demand and aggregate supply. Aggregate demand is the demand in the economy. Supply is what supply there is. If you put them together, you can basically get the real GDP of the economy. The problem is, different things will affect things differently, which is to say nothing but effectively means, let's say for example, tomorrow, there is a massive oil shock that will cause the economy as a whole to decrease in terms of supply. And thus you don't usually go after demand when there's a supply problem. So for example, there's an oil problem in the economy tomorrow, there's a massive oil shock, prices of oil spike. You don't need people to buy more, you need to fix the problem in supply. So in this case, for example, if you say, well, this is increasing the cost of energy, which increases the cost of production, raises prices, so people are not buying as much. You don't try to make the prices cheaper by just giving people more money. That would increase inflation and wouldn't really solve the problem. You would instead go like, okay, well, so let's say in this case, let's expand oil production. Let's increase investments in alternative energy sources. Let's look for things that might supplant it. For example, if we discover that natural gas can supplant a lot of this demand, maybe we start investing into natural gas. We start buying massive amounts of oil from another country to try to supplant the oil shock, or we just look for any alternatives we can. And these are like ways that you can fix the supply issue and tackle the actual problem in the economy. But you don't necessarily need to go like, okay, let's lower interest rates, because that wouldn't really solve the problem. In this essay, what I'm handling is a demand side issue, which is where there is high unemployment, low consumption, low investment, and a really low inflation rate. Because a really low inflation rate sounds really good until you realize that historically, on average, if inflation rate falls below the historic average, usually that means you're entering a recession, and that's not good. Because everyone wants their money to be worth more tomorrow until you realize that kind of collapses the economy. You want to maintain a stable, low inflation rate, And whatever number you set as, you just want to maintain that for the sake of stability. But the actual number doesn't really matter that much. 2%, 3%, 4%. As long as it's what you determine it should be, you're good to go. Because having the same stable long-term inflation rate allows businesses to plan, allows workers to plan for their salaries, allows people to demand raises as necessary, and so on. If your inflation rate on average is 5% and it's been the same way for 20 years, you're not going to get like a 3% raise. You're probably going to be asking for a 7% raise because inflation on average is 5%. Stability is what matters in this context. And in this case, what you want to do in this situation is expansionary policy, which means on the monetary side, you want there to be more money in the economy. You want to just boost the amount of money. Ideally, what you want is a long range of complicated tools, which are hard to explain. That's why I'm writing this essay and I'm taking some time in the monetary policy. But basically, you want to make it easier for businesses and banks to borrow money, usually from the government. You want to lower the amount of friction there is in allowing them to just lend money out to each other. You want to make it cheaper, and that way, ideally, businesses and to some extent consumers can go like, okay, well, I know the economy's kind of bad, but this is really cheap. It's a really good deal. Let me take it. Or banks can go like, okay, let me borrow the money I need because right now I don't have it, so let me borrow this money. And what you want to do is effectively increase people's confidence in the economy. And people get very confident in the economy when they see businesses start to buy stuff. Because when businesses don't buy stuff, when people don't buy stuff, when there's no investments, nothing works. So you need to boost demand, and that's a good way to do it. Monetary policy usually works independent of the legislation. It's the Federal Reserve is independent, and that allows it to just go like, I don't care what the rest of the government says. We need to do this to fix the economy. That's why they started taking action in 2007 historically. Before the actual crisis started, they were already taking actions to try to fix some of the problems they were seeing. And when 2008 and 2009 hit, they basically cranked every lever they could to try to slow the collapse of the economy. And that effectively gave the government time to enact expansionary fiscal policy, which is something that's usually easier to understand because this basically means, hey, the private sector stopped investing, investors aren't putting money into this, everybody's jittery and nervous, nobody wants to invest. Let the government do it instead. And that's where the government goes, yeah, so people stopped investing, let me pick up the economy and then use it as a bat to hit the economy until the economy works. And you just sink money into everything you need. You usually cut income taxes for people, especially on the lower end of the income spectrum, because that usually helps them spend more, or at least increases their disposable income. You usually want, as the government, to spend on things that increase productivity. So you're talking infrastructure, healthcare, education, basically anything that long-term generates good sources of revenue for the government. That way you're not just throwing away money into the void. And this helps these key sectors of the economy remain viable. So you're talking, for example, instead of investing into buying cars for people, you invest into infrastructure. You build massive infrastructure projects on the short term that helps revitalize local areas of the economy, which has double effect. So for example, if you build bridges, now these two towns might be able to have traffic go between them, and you might be able to start up some new businesses that weren't able to before. That employs construction workers who will pay taxes, and also employs construction workers who will now spend money on the economy. And that helps maintain the economy, keep it alive a little longer, because basically what you're doing is you're trying to fix at the core the main issues caused by the economy, increase the amount of spending there is, and that way businesses and the rest of the economy can effectively go like, okay, maybe the problem isn't so bad, we can calm down, things are going fine, let's invest again. And once the investment starts back up, the government can cut back on the expansionary fiscal policy, and basically everything throws into the gear again and everything starts working. The problem with all of this is, as nice as it sounds, it does increase inflation. But in this case, it's good because inflation is very low. So even if you increased inflation by 2 or 3%, it doesn't matter because you're just going to fix the employment issue, the consumption and investment. You can kick everything back into working, and it's better to have 2-3% more inflation than for the economy to collapse completely, because that probably wouldn't be very good for the economy. I think, maybe.
This really did become a dad stream.
I told you I'm working on an essay. That wasn't a joke.
I was just kind of expecting the short of it, but right, I did ask GibGab.
If you were to write this entire TED Talk out Would it contain periods, or would every sentence be scored by a comma?
There is no comma, there is no period, there is no punctuation. There isn't even capitalization. It's all just one lowercase text wall.
I need a coffee.
Hey, you're not the one writing this.
He has a point.
Yes, but I'm the one that has to stay awake while listening to it.
Stay awake, you can just go sleep.
No, not yet.
The government doesn't want you to know this, but you can sleep. Anytime you want, even.
I mean, that's not the government that stops me from sleeping.
Who does?
Housemates, biology, teachers, school, work employers.
Scream at everyone.
Yeah. That'd be nice.
I know it's tempting.
What is it?
It's
You can't fix the world by shouting at it. No, but I can try.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Good old Donna Noble. I'm having barbecue chicken with mac and cheese.
Well, now, Kuroy, that's for off stream.
Oh, my noises there are very different.
God, if only Ren could think of a response like that.
Yeah, but Ren does have his own responses, and you gotta respect them. Even though the response, if you were to put it into text, is something akin to grabbing your keyboard and slamming it on the ground until every key is pressed at some point.
Yes, the ground.
Well, I could say that he could just sit on the keyboard, but like, what does it do? You just break the keyboard.
I was gonna say slide something else over it.
So,
His face?
Or
So Rex wanted to give me a special treat today, so he got me this walking taco.
Oh.
And
a walking taco.
Yeah, it's essentially a bag of chips that you're supposed to, you know, you put toppings on and such.
Okay.
So he decided to add everything that they had available. Food is food, but if I never have chili mixed with sauerkraut again, it will be too soon. Or rather, chili mixed with chili and cheese mixed with sauerkraut. Not a good combo. It's
you mean
edible.
You don't like fermented cabbage?
Oh, I love sauerkraut. But I don't want it mixed with my chili cheese.
Gotcha. Make them a chili cheese sauerkraut burger.
Why does that not sound terrible?
I know, right? I said it as trying to sound gross. I'm like, wait, that actually sounds like something I'd totally eat.
Okay, having a little bit more of this, I don't think it's the sauerkraut and the sauerkraut that's throwing things off. I don't know what is the problem. Unless that was just a very uncooked piece of sauerkraut, but, yeah.
Next bite wasn't so bad?
No, it was not. And I know there was sauerkraut in this, bite, but...
Is it possible that maybe it was your vape?
No.
Like if you just took a puff on the vape and then had a bite.
I've never had issues with that.
Okay.
Also, there's a lot more that he added to this. Like I said, he added a little bit of everything. So there's like jalapenos in there, and I don't even know what else was on that. What was on the bar, but there were like 12 or so different items that he mixed in.
I do have to ask, did anyone else like me before they heard how you're supposed to pronounce jalapenos ever pronounce some jalapenos?
Yes. I need to go to sleep, but thank you guys for having me on.
Good night, Maddie.
Bye, y'all.
Hey, Maddie.
Yeah.
Why can't you hear a pterodactyl go to the bathroom?
And he's gone.
Well, for the rest of you, the P is silent.
Haha. You're so funny.
Yeah, there's tomatoes in here. Those could be throwing it off. There's onions. Huh?
It could be a bad tomato.
Could be. All I know is that something is definitely throwing this off.
There is nothing that brings me more joy than seeing, like, what effectively boils down to real economists arguing with fake economists. As a momentary, like, side note, because, like, this is just the peak. I just finished the essay, but there was a little, like, I was reading a couple more sources on it before, like, wrapping it up, just to, like, see if I could get any more information on a particular policy the US did, and it's literally, like, this economist said that, like, one of the prominent economists arguing for one of the two parties in the US, trying to say that the stimulus package passed for 2009 was too big. He was saying that it would cause problems and blah, 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 and the government shouldn't intervene, and this is bad for the economy. He is not a real economist, and he was just brought on the news to, like, yap, basically. Every other main real economist that argued for it just said, yeah, it wasn't enough, the government should have spent more money. This was actually bad. More money, please. Everyone suffered explicitly because the government didn't spend enough money. But now this one yapper has to be brought on called an economist because he works for, like, some sort of advisement firm for one of the two parties, and he just got brought on because he has nice credentials. You know, he's been working there for like 20 years. He's just not a real economist. Just a little problem, you know? And it's like, yeah, they argued. The economist was like, spend more money. It's just, why? Why do we have to live in this world? It's the one time the government gets told to spend more money and they don't want to actively. Bruh. Nobody's stopping you. You're the government. Police.
I don't know. I feel like the government not wanting to spend money when they need to is like a thing.
Well, yeah, but like normally that's true, but like this is one of those few times where they're being begged to spend the money and they just don't want to. We live in a society. You really do.
I mean, I just want to do a Farnsworth and say I don't want to live on this planet anymore.
Fair enough.
Wouldn't it be so much easier if we didn't have to live on this planet anymore?
No. Most other planets are bad.
I just don't want to live on a planet anymore. We can live in a space station.
That's true. How much did I score for the essay? Do I have to like hear about it?
Yeah.
As long as I
Sorry?
scored good. It's just like it didn't give me the percent that I scored on the grade, so I just need to go like look for it and actually pull it up. It's not a good grade.
So Zim, I'm playing House Flippo, but only the first one. I wanted to build houses.
That's fair.
I am so excited though.
What about?
Playing the second one.
I mean, go for it.
No, I'm waiting.
Well, fair warning, I will probably play it when you're not able to join. But I'll wait for the first time at least with you.
Sad. Okay.
Screaming death! You turned yourself into a newt! What is going on with my wheat? Why do I not have any wheat?
Did you use it all?
I should not have.
They made all the wheat. Now we have no left.
We are very low on wheat for some reason.
Guys, I made all the wheat.
That's okay. I can't process it.
Lol.
Even though it makes up all of my favorite foods.
Rip.
It's the same with corn.
Pat pat.
So I can eat rice.
Rice is good.
Especially when it's got yummy stuff with it.
Yee.
Like butter and saffron.
You're yummy like butter and saffron. Damn.
Oh.
And literally is anything other than just plain rice.
I mean, even rice with salt is okay. Or a little bit of pepper.
Come on.
Hey, Raijin woke up.
Good morning.
Raijin.
What did Raijin do?
And he has given me the files.
Well,
Yay!
what does this mean? What are you gonna play next?
I mean, Kuroi mentioned it a few minutes ago.
I wasn't paying attention.
Ah, typical.
Yes. I told you I was writing an essay.
No one listens to Kuroi.
Excuse me? The fuck am I? Chopped liver?
Or scrambled eggs.
I literally pointed out what you said. Try to defend you and point out what you say, and you say no one listens to you. I guess I'm nobody to you.
Adorable Martens listen to me.
And then you go and make it worse by insulting me by calling me adorable.
Adorkable?
You know, you're right, Ido. You're right. I'm not Ren. I'm not the reason everyone is here.
Mean. I'm the reason you're here. Wait, other way around. You're the reason I'm here.
Too late.
Bad crew.
Cute curly.
Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and switch games here. Or rather, get set up for doing some house flipper with Kuroi. So, thank you everybody for joining us so far on the stream today. That was Necesse. Check out our website, zgfgaming.com. We got links for our Discord, Telegram, Mastodon, Blue Sky, Patreon, and more. They are on the website as well as down in the description below through our link tree. Thank you to my patrons, tippers, and subscribers. It is your support that keeps this channel alive and going. I cannot do this without your guys' help and your support, so thank you. Consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/zgfgaming. It's one of the best ways to support the channel, though you can also do so by sharing the stream around, grabbing packs of cards to stream loots, using our Humble Bundle partner link, or subscribing to us on Streamloots as well as YouTube. But for now, thank you so much for joining, and I bid you all the most fondest adieu.
Bye.
Me.